The Book of Ezekiel, Chapter 1. It came to pass in the 30th year, in the 4th month, in the 5th day of the month, as I was among the captives by the river Chebar, that the heavens were opened, and I saw visions of God. In the 5th day of the month, which is the 5th year of King Jehoiakim's captivity, the word of the Lord came unto Ezekiel the priest, the son of Buzi, in the land of the Chaldeans, by the river Chebar, where the hand of the Lord was upon him. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud, and a fire wrapped about it, and the brightness was about it, and it was in the midst thereof, to wit, in the midst of the fire, came out as the likeness of amber. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 beasts, and this was their form. They had the appearance of a man, and every one had 4 faces, and every one had 4 wings. And their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the soles of a calf's foot. They sparkled like the appearance of bright brass. And the hands of a man came out from under the wings, in the 4 parts of them, and they 4 had their faces and their wings, and were joined by their wings one to another. And when they went forth, they returned not, but every one went straight forward. And the multitude of their faces was as the face of a man. And they 4 had the face of a lion on the right side, and they 4 had the face of a bullock on the left side, and they 4 also had the face of an eagle. Thus were their faces, but their wings were spread out above. 2 wings of every one were joined to another, and 2 covered their bodies, and every one went straight forward. They went whither the Spirit led them, and they returned not when they went forth. The similitude also of the beasts and their appearance was like the burning coals of fire, and like the appearance of lamps. For the fire ran among the beasts, and the fire gave glister, and out of the fire there went lightning. And the beasts ran and returned like unto lightning. Now as I beheld the beasts, behold, a wheel appeared upon the earth by the beasts, having 4 faces. The fashion of the wheels and their work was like unto chrysolite, and they 4 had one form, and their fashion and their work was as one wheel in another wheel. When they went upon their 4 sides, and they returned not when they went. They also had rings and height, and were fearful to behold, and their rings were full of eyes round about them 4. And when the beasts went, the wheels went with them. When the beasts were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. Whither their spirit led them, they went, and thither did the spirit of the wheels lead them. And the wheels were lifted up beside them, for the spirit of the beasts was in the wheels. When the beasts went, they went, and when they stood, they stood. And when they were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up besides them, for the spirit of the beasts was in the wheels. And the similitude of the firmament upon the heads of the beast was wonderful, like unto crystal spread over their heads above. And under the firmament were their wings straight, the one toward the other. Every one had 2 which covered them, and every one had 2 which covered their bodies. And when they went forth, I heard the noise of their wings, like the noise of great waters, and as the voice of the Almighty, even the voice of speech, as the noise of an host. Even when they stood, they let down their wings. And there was a voice from the firmament that was over their heads when they stood, and they let down their wings. And above the firmament that was over their heads was the fashion of a throne, like unto a sapphire stone. And upon the similitude of the throne was by appearance, as the similitude of a man above upon it. And as I saw the appearance of amber, and as the similitude of fire around about within it, to look to, even from his loins upward, and to look to, even from his loins downward, I saw as a likeness of fire, and brightness round about it, as the likeness of the bow that is in the cloud in the day of rain, so was the appearance of the light round about it. This was the appearance of the similitude of the glory of the Lord. And when I saw it, I fell upon my face, and heard a voice of one that spake. Ezekiel Chapter 2. And the Spirit entered unto me when he had spoken unto me, and set me upon my feet, so that I heard him that spake unto me. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me. For they and their fathers have rebelled against me, even unto this very day. For they are impudent children, and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God. But surely they will not hear, neither indeed will they cease. For they are a rebellious house. Yet shall they know that there hath been a prophet among them. And thou, son of man, fear them not, neither be afraid of their words. Although rebels and thorns be with thee, and thou remainest with scorpions, fear not their words, nor be afraid at their looks. For they are a rebellious house. Therefore thou shalt speak my words unto them. But surely they will not hear, neither will they indeed cease, for they are rebellious. But thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Be not thou rebellious, like this rebellious house. Open thy mouth, and eat that I give thee. And when I looked up, behold, an hand was sent unto me, and lo, a roll of a book was therein. And he spread it before me, and it was written within and without, and there was written therein lamentations and mourning and woe. Ezekiel chapter 3. Moreover he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go and speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he gave me this roll to eat. And he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat, and it was in my mouth as sweet as honey. And he said unto me, Son of man, go and enter into the house of Israel, and declare them my words. For thou art not sent to a people of an unknown tongue, or of an hard language, but to the house of Israel. Not to many people of an unknown tongue, or of an hard language, whose words thou canst not understand. Yet if I should send thee to them, they would obey thee. But the house of Israel will not obey thee, for they will not obey me. Yea, all the house of Israel are impudent and stiff-hearted. Behold, I have made thy face strong against their faces, and thy forehead hard against their forehead. I have made thy forehead as the adamant, and harder than the flint. Fear them not, therefore, neither be afraid of their looks, for they are a rebellious house. He said moreover unto me, Son of man, receive in thine heart all my words that I speak unto thee, and hear them with thine ears, and go and enter to them that are led away captives unto the children of the people, and speak unto them, and tell them, Thus saith the Lord God, but surely they will not hear, neither will they indeed cease. Then the Spirit took me up, and I heard behind me a noise of a great rushing, saying, Blessed be the glory of the Lord out of his place. I heard also the noise of the wings of the beasts that touched one another, and the rattling of the wheels that were by them, even a noise of great rushing. So the Spirit lifted me up and took me away, and I went in bitterness and indignation of my spirit, but the hand of the Lord was strong upon me. Then I came to them that were led away captives, to Tel Abib, that dwelt by the river Kibar, and sat where they sat, and remained there astonished among them 7 days. And at the end of 7 days the word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth, and give them warning from me. When I shall say unto the wicked, Thou shalt surely die, then thou givest not him warning, nor speakest to admonishest the wicked of his wicked way, that he may live. The same wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Yet if thou wilt warn the wicked, and he turn not from his wickedness, nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Likewise, if a righteous man turn from his righteousness and commit iniquity, I will lay a stumbling block before him, and he shall die. Because thou hast not given him warning, he shall die in his sin, and his righteous deeds, which he hath done, shall not be remembered. But his blood will I require at thine hand. Nevertheless, if thou admonish that righteous man, that the righteous sin not, and that he doth not sin, he shall live because he is admonished, and thou hast delivered thy soul. And the hand of the Lord was there upon me, and he said unto me, Arise, go into the field, and I will talk to thee there. So when I had risen up and gone forth into the field, behold, the glory of the Lord stood there, as the glory which I saw by the river Chebar, and I fell down on my face. Then the Spirit entered unto me, which set me upon my feet, and spake unto me, and said to me, Come, and shut thyself within thy house. But thou, O Son of man, behold, they shall put bands upon thee, and they shall bind thee with them, and thou shalt not go out among them. And I will make thy tongue cleave to the roof of thy mouth, and thou shalt be dumb, and shalt not be to them as a man that rebuketh, for they are a rebellious house. But when I shall have spoken unto thee, I will open thy mouth, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, He that heareth, let him hear. He that leaveth off, let him leave, for they are a rebellious house. Ezekiel chapter 4. Thou also, son of man, take thee a brick, and lay it before thee, and portray upon it the city, even Jerusalem, and lay siege to it, and build a fort against it, and cast a mount against it. Set the camp also against it, and lay engines of war against it round about. Moreover, take an iron pan, and set it for a wall of iron between thee and the city, and direct thy face toward it, and it shall be besieged, and thou shalt lay siege against it. This shall be a sign unto the house of Israel. Sleep thou also upon thy side, and lay the iniquity of the house of Israel upon it, according to the number of days that thou shalt sleep upon it, thou shalt bear their iniquity. For I have laid upon thee the years of their iniquity, according to the number of the days, even 390 days. So shalt thou bear the iniquity of the house of Israel. And when thou hast accomplished them, sleep again upon thy right side, and thou shalt bear the iniquity of the house of Judah 40 days. I have appointed thee a day for a year, even a day for a year. Therefore thou shalt direct thy face toward the siege of Jerusalem, and thine arm shall be uncovered, and thou shalt prophesy against it. And behold, I will lay bands upon thee, and thou shalt not turn thee from one side to the other, till thou hast ended the days of thy siege. Thou shalt take also unto thee wheat and barley and beans and lentils and millet and fitches, and put them in one vessel, and make thee bread thereof, according to the number of the days that thou shalt sleep upon thy side. Even 390 days shalt thou eat thereof. And the meat whereof thou shalt eat shall be by weight, even 20 shekels a day. From time to time shalt thou eat thereof. Thou shalt drink also water by measure, even the 1/6 part of an hin. From time to time thou shalt drink, and thou shalt eat it as barley cakes. Thou shalt bake it in the dung that cometh out of a man in their sight. And the Lord said, So shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will cast them. Then said I, Ah, Lord God, behold, my soul hath not been polluted, for from my youth up even to this hour I have not eaten a thing dead or torn in pieces, neither came there any unclean flesh in my mouth. Then he said unto me, Lo, I have given thee bullock's dung for man's dung, and thou shalt prepare thy bread therewith. Moreover he said unto me, Son of man, behold, I will break the staff of bread in Jerusalem, and they shall eat bread by weight, and with care, and they shall drink water by measure, and with astonishment. Because that bread and water shall fail, they shall be astonied one with another, and shall consume away for their iniquity.